Well, hello there. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing, guys? Just give me 2 moments and I'll be with you. Alright, let's kill this music, guys. As always, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening, no matter where you are around the world. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another big London session. Let's see if we can continue the good form since the comeback last Wednesday, 3-0, last Tuesday, yeah, Wednesday or Tuesday? Wednesday, 3-0. So it's been a good start to the streams yet again, and we're going to look to see if we can continue with that good reign of form at the moment. So anyway, guys, if you have not already done so, like the pin message says at the top of the chat, do smash that like button. Don't forget to smash the like button, and also, as always, guys, don't be shy to say g'day. Let's get this chat pumping. Let's just spam the chat. Let's get the chat pumping. Feel free to ask questions. We want to get the chat pumping so we get more on stream. As you guys know, this particular stream deserves a lot more viewers than what we are currently getting, so it'd be great if you guys can help me out. But nonetheless, guys, quickly let's have a look at the news moving forward today. So some yellow follow news to come later on for the Great British Pound. As far as red follow news, it all happens during the EMI session later today, with JOLTS openings, consumer confidence, and yeah, that's for today. That's basically the major news. Into tomorrow, there's some high impact news for the Aussie, and obviously you got ADP moving into NFP on Friday. So big week ahead. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get started and let's have a look at the pair that is GJ. And what we can see is the weekly candle. As I mentioned yesterday, there are levels of support we have formed within the current weekly candle on the minor time frames that if we were to continue bullish without creating that lower wick on the weekly, we should respect those levels, form a support and head back up. So far, that is what we've been doing. Those levels also provide potential opportunities for our entry points for potential sells as well. So we'll see what we've got once we go down the time frames, but based off the weekly, previous weekly, very strong bullish candle. Current weekly has a higher low, higher high. Daily closed back a strong bullish candle as well. What we can see is though we're still respecting this area to the left, which also happens to be the last significant lower high, where if we do close above, we will flip the daily structure along with the 4-hour structure as well. So 4-hour obviously will, unless the 4-hour that closes the daily candle closes above at the same time, but otherwise you'll see the 4-hour will flip prior to the daily flipping. So the daily candle probability is the upside. Current candle, inside bar candle, pulled back quite significantly into the previous daily candle. Let's just mark in the fib and just see anyway. We had the educational session with the guys yesterday, and this is one of the things we covered. So let's just mark in the 50. We're pretty much sitting at that point now. See if there's any minor support or support on the 4-hour time frame. Onto the 4-hour. So it's just above a support on 4-hour. What we can see structure wise, once again, needs to close above this swing point in order to flip it. So we are still technically bearish, and we are at the resistance. So as far as support, look, I'm gonna mark in that for the time being. I will adjust it on the M30. As far as resistance, I'll mark in a level on the 30-minute time frame. What I'm gonna do is mark in the most recent resistance on the 4-hour, which is this point here. And I'm likely gonna mark in another level to the upside. So technically bearish in structure. We are forming higher lows, higher highs. We are respecting support. Now let's go down to 30-minute time frame, and just going to adjust this zone a little bit now from at the downside and to the upside. I think that zone is relevant. I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit though, because I want to incorporate the highs over here of the 4-hour / daily resistance. We've got a bit more resistance to the left of that, but there is enough margin in between. So I'm just going to draw that level in, and there we have it, guys. So they're the majors, major zones in between. So what we can see, we form some areas of resistance. So I'm just going to remove that 50% in the previous daily candle, lines up with a previous level of resistance. So we are retesting it just now. So instead of leaving a horizontal, I'm just going to mark in that level itself, change it to blue. And what I want to see, if we are to potentially continue bearish, is price now begin to reject this 190, 198.50 sort of level. And if we start to get a signal within price action below that point there, I would consider looking for a potential sell from below that 189.470 roughly, 450 roughly. As far as the buys above it, so to be honest, the buys are going to be tricky simply because the margin don't really have the margin. You're running into resistance after resistance into the 4-hour resistance. So in this case, what I usually prefer to see is clean move to cut through a lot of that mess, then look for a pullback, and then look for obviously your price action colors from the support. At least at that point, you're playing within cleaner traffic, cleaner candles created on the impulse to the upside, and so long as it makes a relatively clean move back down, in my opinion, it opens up this range to become tradable once again. At the moment, I'd be a bit worried about this resistance running into that resistance, then running into the 4-hour resistance. So be a little bit put off by looking for the buys above at this stage. So as far as the buy options, that's what I'd be looking for. So I'm not going to be looking, I'm not going to actually add the horizontal and buys above that point there, because it has to, it's got a while to play out just yet. Further options though for the buys, in my opinion, would be if price did once again come down and respect levels of support formed on the within the weekly candle, which is this 4-hour level, form a support and provide once again my signal. I could potentially look for a buy from back at the 4-hour support. That would, in my opinion, make perfect sense, and that is probably how I'll be trading it. As far as this further sell options, potentially, look, I'm just looking to the left hand side, and if we begin to break above this level, what I'll do is I'll just drag this up. I will adjust it to that point there, for instance, and that could be the potential zone I'm looking to sell from. If that fails, then again, we've got the resistance higher up where I could potentially be looking for the sell option. So at this rate, just based off where we are on the chart, I'd prefer to sell. The bias is technically neutral based off the weekly and the 30 being bullish. So so it's technically neutral. You got 4-hour and the daily bearish at the resistance. So once again, looking for rejection of this zone for a potential sell. If it pops up, that's fine. Looking for rejection higher up. Further sell options, if we begin to break below this support, at that point there, I feel there's a high probability that we will come back down to actually create a low wick on the weekly and potentially fill that gap. So sells below 197.80, and that is my opinion right now of GJ. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. If it did, show some appreciation and make sure to hit that like button. I'm just going to remove that zone for the time being, so we are way off it. And what we can do is I'll just remove the drawings. Chart I just recently sent in to the members group, and I think I sent it to the free group as well. It was gold or GJ? I think it was gold. Well, look what we have here. Gold once again approaching these all-time high levels. So as it got the momentum this time to break and create a new high, I think it's inevitable that eventually will. Could be wrong though, but we're very close to doing so. Looking at the weekly, and we are very strong bullish, and it looks like we are very close to breaking once again, creating that new all-time high. A long low wick formed on that the current weekly candle, but we are obviously flipped back bullish and now approaching a high of the previous weekly, and again approaching new all-time highs. Previous daily, long wick to the downside, close back bearish. Current candle, obviously good to see as just within price action, this sort of correlates to all the different time frames. Sort of pause. Look, on a 30-minute time frame, for instance, if this pause happened just above the bodies of the candlestick to the left, I'd definitely look for an entry. But nonetheless, that candle to me suggests grab liquidity from the downside, and current candles just open up small low wick, it's broken high, and we are approaching that all-time high yet again. Technically bullish in structure with counter probabilities to the upside on the daily as well. 4-hour structure, well, look, you can argue either way, to be honest. I'm still calling it technically bearish. Doesn't mean I'm going to sell it, but we are, in my opinion, bearish. We are at a resistance, so we're just going to mark that in. And most recent support we've got is this point here. We're going to mark that in, and now we'll work our way down to the 30 minutes. So we're obviously at the higher time frame resistance. Now I'm just going to adjust this zone, adjust it to the upside, and the current range we're trading within. Let me zoom in. 30-minute is obviously bullish. And this is our current range between 27.50 and the highs 27.58. So for me, what I'll be looking for is the structure itself won't flip back bearish until below 27.39.90 roughly. However, I would still entertain the potential sells below the most recent support formed on the move to the upside, considering we're at that higher time frame resistance. If we were to begin to reject, looking at the 4-hour will be breaking low of the previous candle as well. So far it's respecting the high of that previous candle. If we were to begin to reject and start to come back down to the support and begin to pop below it, with the clean traffic to the left, I feel there's a higher probability that we could make a deeper pullback. Thank you for this up. So for me, I would entertain the counter trend sell option just based simply off the fact that we're at that higher time frame resistance. We'll be breaking a support formed on the way up. If we were to continue bullish, there'd be a high probability that this support would be respected, and therefore if it is respected, we're obviously going to be looking for options to buy it from back around that 2750, just above that level. So that is the buy options, and obviously not afraid to buy it above the high so long as we got a nice strong catalyst. So at this rate, seeing it is a very strong level of resistance, we've rejected it multiple times. We are right now trading within a 4-hour level, guys. I've obviously adjusted it to the highest point of 30, but as we can see, these wicks are all the 4-hour level. So at this rate, I'd really prefer to see a closure above to trust it. So that's what I'm likely going to be waiting for, a closure above the highs, all-time highs, and then continuation buys in gold are definitely something I would not be afraid of taking, irrespective of the fact it's in unknown territory. It's at all-time highs. I would still consider it, and that's about it, guys. Further buy options obviously from the support, still going to be bullish in structure so long as price respects that level as well. So that is the plan on gold. Hopefully that made sense, and if it did, I think I got a mosquito bite on top of my head. Make sure to hit the like button. It's like a beacon, guys, that attracts bugs. Not the wrong ones, not there are good ones, but mosquitoes, they love the moscon. GCAT, just quickly, I won't remove the drawings, seeing it is the third option. It's not really something I look at that often, actually, but just quickly, weekly candle, very similar to that of gold. A weak bearish candle, a long wick rejection to the downside, similar to gold of yesterday. Sorry, yesterday's daily candle, not the weekly. And we're since broken a high, but we are currently pulling back. So marked in the low of the current daily candle, if we were to continue bullish, there really is not much need for us to pull back and break our own low. So we have that high low, higher high. That's the weekly time frame, and the daily, now onto the daily, still technically bearish, and we can see exhaustion at previous daily candle, leaving a long wick to the upside, only to close back a weak bullish candle at a little higher level of resistance, at a key level of resistance. So if we were to begin to break that previous daily candle's low, which obviously lines up with the current weekly candle's low, that point there, I feel is a high probability we're going to make a deeper pullback from this resistance, and it could be options to sell it down to the 4-hour. Let's pull up the drawings. 4-hour is technically bullish. It's flip structure and a closure above this swing point here. Will remain bullish until below 179.865. Currently just very little volume, it's not trending at all. We do have a lower high, lower low in the current candle, but onto the M30, as we can see, 30-minute structure is, I think it's flip bear, it's technically bearish, but just where it's at, I wouldn't really want to sell it into this support. We just rejected on the previous candle. We've got these wicks to the left where price could pull up at any point. These are levels of support. So for me, what I'd rather see is price come back down, ignore the option to sell it, let it make a clean move down and look for options to buy it from support. Otherwise, potential options to sell it below as it breaks the current weekly candle's low, and further buy options above the resistance formed at the current daily candle's high. If we were seeing, we've now pulled down to create a low wick, deeper low wick. If we were to pop back up, break the resistance formed at the current daily candle's high, the clean traffic to the left, I feel is a high probability we could continue to the upside. So that is GCAD for anyone who is interested. My focus today will be, well, this is all right, MGJ. I like what I'm seeing because we're creating some clean moves. So the further it pulls up, the more margin we have to look for a potential sell. Remembering that, well, the 30-minute structure is technically bullish, but the bias remains neutral at the moment. So the weekly, once again, bullish, we've got daily, 4-hour bearish. So could be looking for now rejection for potential sells. So it's definitely gold or GJ at the moment. We'll just keep an eye on both. In the meantime, guys, who have we got here today? Franco, as always, good morning to you, brother. Beats Voyager, good morning, mate. Kyle F, good morning as well to you. Daniel, Smash and Livebone, appreciate it. Suman, great to see you back as always. Luke, good afternoon to you, mate. Good evening. Mr. Tommy Jordan, one of the newest members of the VIP, great to see you on the, I'll probably chat to you in a few minutes when I send the Discord link. Zal, good morning to you. Sharif, good morning to you, my friend. Sean, all good, mate. Hope you're well. Good to see you on the stream. Oz, good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon to you, my friend. Sharif, does gold look like it's making you high, struggling to make? Yeah, it's rejected twice within the current daily candle, but we've also respected levels of support we've formed on the way up. So that suggests to me that the more pressure, more times we tap into this resistance, eventually it's likely going to break. And with the momentum, the volume, also the fact that you're bullish across the board, I feel it'd be a high probability that, well, other than fire, high probability that it would eventually make a new all-time high. Oh, sorry, it's gold strong. Yeah, potentially. So yeah, potential both, but I'm still inclined to look to consider it obviously as more of a chance to actually create another all-time high. Joe, good day to you, mate. Members, I will send you a link. There you go. Link is posting for you guys to join. Franco, I can see you've sent in some analysis. All right, so we've got GU. So sells below that resistance, sells below. Yep, GU looks pretty good. Let's quickly look at it on my chart, but by the looks of it, it looks a lot better today. So you've got this level of support. Yep, perfect for the sell below it. It's nice and clean. You've also likely got daily count probabilities to the downside. No, actually you don't. Previous daily close bullish. 4 hour counter probabilities are likely all. Yep, you do. Yeah, I think your chart looks spot on, my friend. Yeah, I'd be looking for sells below the resistance, potential buys above it. You could probably even drag this up, to be honest. I think that's where you had it. Excuse me, guys. The last good morning to you, my friend. Alright, so this is fine on GJ. Mike did it 24. Red alert, I hope someone robs a bank, gets away with it, and gives you all the money just for being you. I think you've come on a few times and made some funny comments. I appreciate it. It's a nice one, mate. I like it. Not that I, you know, think it's a good thing if someone wants to do that, but Alright, so is there sells on gold? What have we got? At the moment, I don't yet have a count. This has to close bearish engulfing on the M15 minimum. Because otherwise I'm going up against a strong bullish candle on the M30. I need some sort of catalyst within this M30 candle, and that at this rate would be a bearish engulfing 15 minute. If that is to be the case, then potentially we could be looking at sells based off the fact that, once again, as Ruth mentioned, this is a level that we have rejected a few times just now, especially in the current daily candle. We rejected the 4 hour resistance potentially three times already. So if I was to, my price action catalyst was to occur, the issue is it's still got, I just realized this is the closure of the 15. Look, we've still got 17 minutes until the M30. So what I potentially could be looking at, guys, is this candle, obviously let's say it closes as is, only to be followed by maybe something like that. What that's going to look like on the M30 is this. It's a bearish candle, so you've got the confirmation of resistance. Within it, you've also got a confirmation of a minor support on the 15-minute time frame. So as the new M30 opens up, creates a bit of an upper wick and begins to break the low of the catalyst 30-minute candle and break the 15-minute candle low, the support, the minor support, the clean move up. Had on either side of it made clean moves down, clean moves up, clean moves down, clean move up. I feel at that point there'd be a high probability that we could make another clean move to the downside. So potentially something we could be looking at, but we need to wait another 16.5 minutes to have that confirmation. And GJ, it's all good. I can see it doing its thing. We'll focus on gold for the time being. Yeah, so you remember well. I definitely do appreciate your life. Essence, hope all as well. You deserve world domination, world leadership, and love from 100 beautiful ones. I think I'm happy with one beautiful lady. Not sure if I really want world domination or anything like that. It's too much of a head. Yeah, I don't want to excuse. I was going to say F-U-C-K, but no, it is. It's too much of a pain in the rear end, really. But I appreciate the compliment either way, and the well wishes. I think I deserve about 100 viewers. That's what I think I deserve, minimum. I mean, in the old stream we're getting 200 or 300, not every time obviously, but for a while there we were. Sean, no, I'm back in Melbourne. No, I was gonna say something, but once again, if it comes to promoting a country, or my own country, I'm not the man for it. Don't put me in one of those ads where the bloody hell are you, or whatever it is, to come to Australia. I'd say don't bother. That's what my slogan would be. You're wasting your money. Don't bother. Alright, so let's see how price reacts to this level now. Seeing we're at it, I'm going to mark it in. And we potentially look for the sells below that level now. $17 pips. Need some sort of exhaustion. A little bit wider this range to the resistance for up above this resistance to the next level. But what I need is, seeing we've come straight from lows, I need some sort of exhaustion. We've not really got it. We've had it just here. But I'd rather trigger in some sellers again and wipe those sellers out. And then consider it. Otherwise, what we may do just now is, if we respect this level, may ping pong between the previous resistance and the current level we're at. And if we eventually close below it, there could be options then to look for potential sells. So while we sit and wait, feel free to ask questions, guys. Sean, did you have a good time over there? Got any stories? Yeah, I always have a good time, mate. Stories, yeah, had some, nothing crazy this time. We ran over 2 people on the motorbike. It's nowhere near as serious as what it sounds. Nearly tipped it though. That was because unfortunately, so just the way the footpaths are there, and someone stepped onto the road as we were passing them because there was a pole in the way. They had no choice, and they didn't see us coming. But luckily, we were going like literally maybe 5 kilometers an hour, so we were just dawdling along. But nearly tipped the bike because of it. And a second instance was this young Russian lady on a mobile phone who jumped out onto the road to catch a taxi without even looking. And again, well, luckily we were pulling up the lights and we're going really slow. But could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. Other than that, enjoyed my time with my son, obviously. Little champ is a very good boy. Tip of the old man's block, that's for sure. All right, gold, perfect. First 15 minutes tick. That's a tick. That's how we won this candle's close. Very strong bearish candle. Now, if this candle closes that weak bullish candle, we could have options to sell on the next M30, guys. So let's keep an eye on gold. How's the better half? She's fantastic. It's, yeah, that's the, not my boy's mum. We're not together, but the missus, yeah, my missus, she's great. A lovely lady. She won't be watching. She pops on occasionally, but not often. You guys would have seen photos, those who follow on IG, you would have seen some photos of the two of us. And the little man as well. How about yourself, mate? How's things? Mike did it, 24. You were one of the first things that pop up my recommendations, live streams multiple times. The algorithm has made me cross paths with you. I believe you are an hearted fellow. Thank you, my friend. I like to think I am. So I appreciate it. I find that fascinating because it's not often that if I search live Forex streams, my stream doesn't tend to come up that often. Which reminds me, I've got to contact someone about that. So, yeah. I'm glad to hear it though. Alright, so weak bullish closure is what we want here. Anything other than that, as far as in terms of a catalyst for me, it's either breaking a minor support, very strong bearish of lower high lower low, or engulfing. The issue with the strong bearish lower high lower low, and the same as engulfing, you won't have the margin to sell it. And it's going to make a very big move in the next 9.5 minutes just to get there. Plus, stop loss will be huge. So the catalyst I can look for now is that minor support. And that is what I'm awaiting. If I have that, I know within my game plan, the way I trade, it's a pattern I'm familiar with, and it's something I would happily execute on every time I see it. So I just need to wait for that to eventuate if it does. And if not, if it closes a strong bullish candle, then in accordance to my rules, my game plan, which is all outlined in my course, the videos, I would need to wait for this to happen instead on a falling candle. And that can be the 15 minute. Doesn't it need to be the 30? It can be the 15, and then it becomes valid again. But fully aware that in the meantime, if it does break, it could just do this. But from my experience, a lot of time it may do that, and then only for it to close back up, like so for instance, leaving long weeks to downside, and then I'm stuck in drawdown or not feeling comfortable anymore. So I'm just following my cues, that what, you know, my signals suggest and what I'm familiar with. Excuse me. Sean, yeah, I know, glad your boy is okay, as well as he's not been feeling, yeah, he hasn't been, touch wood, he's been sick for since the start of the year, which is, I mean, he was getting sick every few months prior to that, in and out of hospital. But to be honest, they over exaggerate things a bit over there. Because a lot of time why they took him to hospital, and it's a private hospital, so they're always going to say yes, admit, because they want the money. But every time they took him there, it did the same thing here. They'd just say you're nuts. You're concerned about nothing. Take him home, give him some paracetamol, and you'll be right. So I can understand his mum panics a bit, but only child, so not bad. Just work's been crazy, but it's calming down now a bit, so that's good. But yeah, been pretty busy on weekends doing this here and there with friends. Nice one, brother. How's the DJ going? DJing. Alright, so it's not looking too bad at the moment. I mean, this is what we want. We want to reject a little bit more though. Once again, when in doubt, we covered this on the educational session yesterday for members, and I think I covered it also on stream yesterday. Opposite way around. Marking a fib. The preference is for it to close below the 0.382, but so long as it's below the 0.5, then we have a valid entry. If that is to be the case. So could have gold sells, guys, in the next 6 minutes, but we want this candle to close a very weak bullish candle. Don't want it to close bearish. And GJ, it's fine. All good, very impulsive. Any the breakout trades, if you are to take it at the moment, it's, to me, it's first of all, it's not breaking out anyway, it's just in the range, and it's made a very strong move from the low. So once again, this is fine, because what this suggests to me is we're creating a clear move up, we're cutting through that mess to the left, we're opening up this range to become more probable for entries on the way back down. We just need to, once again, look for signs of rejection, similar to maybe what we've got developing on gold just now. I mean, now we'll see if this candle closes like so. It also is a liquidity candle long way to the upside, closing near its low. So it will all depend on how the new candle opens up. So in this sort of situation, what I probably prefer to see is the new candle pop down. I want it to leave a small low wick, first of all. New candle pop down, then pull back up to create its upper wick. And if it broke its own low again, I would consider an entry. Just based off pure price action and the way the candles are forming, that's something I maybe would consider. But the preference is for this to actually close back weak bullish to form that minor support below resistance, and then the entry is below that minor support. Joe, if gold stays where it is at the moment, would you trade it like the exact candle at the moment? Potentially yes, so, as I just mentioned. Sean, it's not bad, bro, not been pushing it as much lately just because I have lots going on, but got to do a few mixes for this agency and then see what happens, going get them done this week. Nice one, brother, sounds good. And send them out. Nice one. Yeah, Joe, so I was just answering it as you said that in, I think, so. Fun fact, as some of you already know, but I used to DJ years ago. Played at one decent venue, actually. One at the time was pretty well known. It's not there anymore though. In Melbourne. I played at some shonky, dodgy venues as well. That was years and years ago. Talking 20 years, 15 20 years ago. All right, so this is what we don't want. We don't want to completely capitulate next 2 minutes, because then it's just back in the middle of the range, and that is the move. Stop loss is going to be way too wide. If that is the case, then we're just going to need to wait for it to come back down to retest support. So all good. 5 minutes doesn't look bad. So this rate, it's all really going to come down to the way the new candle opens up. So I'm not ruling out an entry, but it's not looking all that probable at the moment. So all I suggest is get your fingers ready on the pulse, because what I want to see is this candle open up, drop down, break the low, pull back up, creates up a wick, and then look for an entry if it breaks on low again. Stop loss will be above the 15, and we can manage it based on the entry candle's upper wick as well. Sean had a wedding a few weeks ago and started a new thing called GNB, stand for guitar and bass, and it's me and my mate. I'm DJing and he plays guitar over the songs, walking around. Oh, nice one. And Sam, sounds good, mate. Sounds really good. Here he is, Mr. Tommy Jordan. I like the logo in the background, mate.
Good
Welcome.
morning, how are we?
Fantastic. Good to see you. Good to chat. Hope you're well.
Yeah, all good, mate, all good.
Nice one.
Run over a bit of beer, Justin.
Yeah, I can see.
Why
How long has that taken you? 30 years? What?
Full month, mate.
Full month? Oh, mate, I wish. Mine takes a few minutes. All right, gold. Let's just focus on gold for a minute and we'll have a chat. So it's closed. It's closed, leaving quite a significant low wick. So it's not valid, guys, because again, in this situation, seeing it's closed bearish, what I would prefer to see is for it to pop down, then pop back up, and then look for a potential sell as it broke its own low again, if that was to be the case. I don't like this wick it's left. Yeah, I'm a little bit put off by it, to be honest. We'll keep a bit of an eye on it though. Again, if it does break and then pull back again, I still may consider it as an entry, just based purely off the current candle, the way it's forming. But I wanted to break this candle's low first, then pull back. Quickly looking at GJ. The higher goes up, the better. More margin to sell it back down. So all good. I'm not chasing the buys, not interested in buying it. There is no margin to buy it. And it's made a big push, so it's one of those ones, if you're not in it from lower down, I feel it's a little bit late to the party. We just need to wait. We've still got 30 minutes until London Open and see where we're at. Yeah, so how's the trading going, Tommy?
It's not bad. It's on a bit of a back burner at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh my, yeah. It's been a bit
Other things going on at the moment?
I've been learning about proxy servers and all sorts of weird shit on the internet, mate.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry, I forgot. Sorry.
No, it's all good. You don't get a strike for swearing on here.
Okay.
They're not. YouTube's not that precious.
But yeah, it's been a bit of a rabbit hole. Like you start going down somewhere, and then it's like, oh, you need to do this. Oh, this now costs money, and it takes this amount of time to do it. It's
oh no, mate.
Yeah.
Honestly, it is. I can only imagine what you're going through too, because it's a bit of a broader scale than me, I suppose. But all the legal loopholes and all that too.
Yeah. Bank accounts and things like that you have to set up to make sure it all okay and things. Madness.
I can imagine. Yeah,
man. How was Thailand?
Yeah, as good as always, mate. Fantastic. Never want to come back.
I didn't think it was coming back, to be honest. I thought this was the final
No,
trip.
look, I say it every time, but it's closer. It is getting closer each time. It definitely is getting closer. But no, it was really good, mate. Really good. It's everything there, in my opinion, is better than here. So yeah, and funny, like every other Aussie I spoke to there who moved there or spent a lot of time there said the exact same thing. They'd much rather be there. So
You need to go to Sydney, mate, where it's a bit warmer.
maybe, but no. But then I'm talking to people from Queensland, and I envy people from Queensland because it's more chilled. It's warmer. It's warmer than Sydney and Melbourne.
Yeah.
And even they've said the same thing. They'll never go back, or only visit family or whatever, but not permanently.
Wow.
So you ready for your big move as well?
Not yet, mate. I think the realization of like moving everything is just sort of hit.
Yeah.
It's like I was sort of looking at my PC and I was like, that's a full suitcase on its own.
Yeah, exactly. How are you gonna move that? Are you not better to send it prior, or
a
bit worried?
I haven't really thought about what I'm doing yet.
Yeah.
Just sort of trying to like, right, what needs to go. I'm sort of like, okay, winter clothes don't really need to go, so I'm just sort of trying to plan everything at the minute.
I don't blame that.
Yeah.
Still got a bit of time, don't you? So
yeah, I think it's about 15th of December. I think we're looking to go.
nice one.
So yeah, should be good.
Yeah, I'm sure. Once you get used to it. But I think the heat will be the tough part.
Obviously, I love the heat. It's starting to get cold. You know, Justin, like it's 12 degrees.
Ooh, yeah, it's way too cold for me.
Yeah. So it's sort of like starting to get a bit chilly. So I'm looking forward to a bit of sunshine.
A warm Christmas.
Yeah. I might even be see Matt over Christmas as well. I think I'm just popping over there, so I might be seeing him for a little while. So that'd be good. The old crew again.
Yeah, how's he going? I haven't spoken to him for months.
I think I haven't spoken to him for like a few days ago, but he seems to be good. He seems to all going okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, be nice to catch up, see how he is.
Nice one, mate. Yeah. Be a big experience, that's for sure. Getting over there. Changes. Have you actually been before, or?
Never been.
Not right, to be honest.
Oh yeah, a little bit, because it's like part of China, right? So I'm just sort of a little bit worried about that whole process of it.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot more liberal though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you should be right. Tax-free haven as well, I think.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah. I mean, what am I doing here? You flush the bloody toilet and you're paying a tax on that. You do anything here and you're paying a tax on it. It's a joke. Honestly.
Tax you on everything.
Yeah, scratch your nose and there we go. Tax for picking your nose. Does that make it worth it?
Paper.
Yeah, on everything, honestly. Gotta make money back, especially after COVID. That's the Western world. Screw the people, make it sound like they're taking care of the people, but in reality they're just digging a deeper hole for everyone, that's all.
Yeah. But they started doing it with like the electric vehicles here. Like there's talks about I don't know if they've actually put it into place yet, but it's like, oh, buy an electric vehicle, they're tax free, you don't pay any tax for the year. And then they're trying to bring like a tax per mile for electric vehicles now.
There's something similar here. Something very similar here. That they're going to start introducing some sort of tax on it. So all the poor buggers who bought one, thinking it got off with, you know, the tax and that,
yeah,
and come back to bite them on the ass.
Yeah, especially if you do like quite a lot of miles as well, you're probably going to end up paying more tax than what you do normally. My tax is only £30 a year for my car.
How much?
Like £30, like be $50-$60 for the year.
Really?
Yeah, it's only got like a little 1.6 diesel,
Yeah.
a little Golf, but yeah, it's like peanuts.
Wow. I'm not even sure what we're paying here. I can't remember, to be honest. It's all under the business, so right? It's all through the business, which my brother handles the finances. So too short, but just quickly, guys, what I'm looking for here is a 15-minute week bullish candle again. Same sort of scenario. And if we get that, I need some sort of support for me, and then I want to see price break it. At the moment, don't have it. So if it doesn't happen on the 15, potentially to 30, potentially it still could flip and close back a week bullish candle. That's what I want to see at the moment. Aside from that, the hourly close is bearish. It could still be options at London Open. It will just depend how the candle open performs at the open. So still not running off gold, but I'm not going to take it just now because I don't have my price action signal. Doesn't look bad though. If anyone is interested, your stop loss would have to be above the current candle. Obviously entry below the previous candle's low, but for me, I'm waiting for something a little bit more solid than that. Just as per my rules, what I'm familiar with within price action and patterns. So Sean, all good, mate. Once again, I can see why people might be looking to sell this, but again, if this is not in my manual, my course, because all this is one bearish candle against a strong bullish candle. Yes, it's at a resistance, and yes, it could easily make the move, but I want to see a little bit more than that. I want to see it engulfing or the strong lower high, lower low. I don't have that, or the minor support and price breaking, and I don't even have that. That's on the 15. You've probably gotten a 5, and that's something, I mean, we've broken it just there, and that's something I may look into over the summer, well, my summer break, your winter break. Maybe starting to incorporate a bit of 5-minute support and the probabilities of that playing out. Yeah, so then maybe that's something I'll do some testing over the Christmas break. Are you on for NY later, Tommy, or you're about?
Oh, I might be, mate. I need to check the calendar to see if I've got any calls in.
Yeah, all good.
If I can make it, mate, I'll be there.
Nice one.
I was going to try and do it yesterday, but I had to pop out for the day.
Yeah.
What do you know roughly what time you're on?
UK time would be around about 11 AM.
Oh yeah, okay, but yeah, fine, mate.
Yeah, roughly around 11 AM. Because NY Open at the moment this week, I think, is at midday for you guys.
Yeah, because the clocks went back on Sunday, but then I think US going back next week.
The US goes next week, I think. Ours went forward already, start this month. Basically.
Right. We're in sort of like that no man's land period.
Yeah, basically. To be honest, it's this time of year is a bit of a pain because the session open itself is at midnight for me. Come next week. This week it's 11. I mean, prior to that was 10, which isn't too bad. But midnight, I don't know, I'm a little bit too old to be, up.
A bit grumpy by that time.
Yeah, normally. Bit bleary-eyed. There'll be occasions where I'll probably almost fall asleep when I'm with the group, so you guys have to, I apologize if that happens. As long as I don't do what a mate of mine did, I think I've mentioned this story. He literally broke his nose falling asleep at Macca's, like, because he was just dead tired. Wasn't from alcohol or something. It was literally he just was lacking sleep or something. And as you do, you know, you've got your arm on the bench and you're leaning your head on your hand, on your head up, and bang, smacked his head in the nose, broke the nose. How unlucky is that?
Did that woke him up?
Oh mate, that would be so painful. Imagine that. So what are you trading these days anyway, if when you have been on charts or
Just EU and GU, to be honest,
E
mate.
and G?
Yeah. Tries to do a lot more of it, yeah, EU, GU. Combine it with like the XY as well.
Yeah.
Trying to sort of do a little bit of fundamental stuff as well. Just trying to sort of bring it all in to see if I can. I don't take as many entries. Yeah, like the ones that I do try and get, hopefully that do well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember my, I think I sent you a photo a little while ago. Like I had like a few positions and I held them for like a few days.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Sort of like swing, but like not as long as swing. Like
Yeah, I get what you mean.
day trade, swing trade sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go about it, I suppose. Especially if you can't be, you know, sat on charts for a given time every day.
Yeah, that was the sort of reason I thought I can't sit here and scalp like wait for closing. I thought,
Yeah, I know what you
get
mean.
in, I can just leave it and then just carry on and just sort of watch it in the background.
To be honest, that's how I used to trade crypto a lot, and for me it was quite effective. The issue for me was I was greedy at the time. But a lot of it was fundamentally based as well. I'd do a lot of research on certain coins and that, and I thought generally they'll follow Bitcoin, but some were having, you know, like unlocking and things like that, and that would be bullish or bearish thing, I can't remember. But I'd keep, you know, track of that and then trade it based off that. And it was quite good, but like I said, I got a bit greedy at the time. And that was my downfall. Alright, gold the 15's closed another week bearish candle. So it's now a matter of waiting for the 30. If this closes week bullish, I'm going to look for preferably a doji candle like so, or just a week bullish candle. If it closes a little bit higher up, it's going to be a too strong of a closure. But if it closes weak, I may look for the sell on break of this support at London Open. So we've still got potential for gold, and GJ is still moving up, so we need it to form a bit of support and see if it does reject current level of resistance it's at, which we could now mark in if we want. And I'll just remove these levels for the time being. I could also look to buy it. I'll remove that most recent level, but I'll leave this one in, because if we did pull back to it and form a support above it, now I'd consider the buy, seeing we've cut through the most recent resistance. If we do now make a clean pullback, and so long as we've got the margin, buys above that 198.50 would be valid. So I would now mark that in. Excuse me. Joe, but that woke him up. Yeah. Oof. Imagine that. Wow, Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's a big push.
It's up near all-time highs again. Shit. How's that little miner going? Have you still got it?
Yeah, still going.
Really?
This yeah, they done like a vote and they've changed the like, so it was HNT that it was.
That's
mined.
it, HNT.
They changed it to IoT, like Internet Over Things, I think it's called.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, it's not so good.
Oh, really? What, the actual coin itself?
Yeah, it's like fractions of a penny. It does have a lot of volatility, but it's just not.
Oh, really? So is it still? But do you generate any income from the mining, or not really?
Yeah, it still does generate income, but like it's nowhere near what I paid for it.
Oh, okay.
It's something like I guess it's like a long haul. Like the way I'm looking at it is I'm just accumulating coins and just basically waiting for it to just to explode.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah,
that's the,
sure.
it's just
Hoping.
like holding the same lottery winning ticket every month and just waiting for it.
Yeah, waiting for your number to be called.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. I've been waiting on that with Cardano for about 3 years now. It's basically all I have left because that's through NFT sales. Not that I would have chosen that as the token to keep, but I don't even have much. I got like 500 or something. That's about it. So it's worth nothing.
Is what was that NFT? Is it OpenSea? OpenSea, is it?
Yeah, OpenSea NFT.
Yeah, that's it. I wanted to see how much them Bored Apes are going for now.
Oh shit! What are they going for?
Bored Ape Yacht Club, that was it.
Someone must have bought the bag, bought it the highest.
Oh, 100%. I think Justin Bieber was one of them. Well, I think he paid like well over the odds for one of them.
Oh, spelled yacht wrong. Oh, actually, OpenSea. That was what we need to.
Yeah. Some of them are like roughly around like 11.8 ETH.
Floor price is 11.78, so still quite expensive. I wonder what the most expensive is though. How do you?
I thought Justin Bieber paid like 800 grand for one of them. I don't know what it was in.
Probably. Or wasn't Eminem or someone who sold it to him? Something like that. I can't remember.
Invested 1.24 million.
1.24. Nice.
Oh, sorry, 1.24 million loss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he purchased it for 1. Well, this is from some website, maybe not true, but it says the pop star purchased a 1.3 million Bored Ape in January 2022, and it's now worth 59 grand. $1,000, sorry.
Crazy. Poor him, mate. Poor him. He lost 1 point whatever million dollars. It's. I mean, you generate that every week probably. It's. I don't feel sorry for him.
No, 100%.
I feel more sorry for him after what Diddy did to him than anything else. Oh god. What a joke. The more...
Have you seen them like the new Call of Duty? You can like take people hostage. Have you seen their videos, Justin?
No. Can you imagine though? What's in it?
It's just like people taking people hostage, and it's like you're at the Diddy party now.
Oh really? Oh no.
See one the other day, and it was like, he's like, that's a 9, but not a millimeter, son.
And pockets full of bloody baby oil.
Yeah.
Oh mate. The shit they must have got up to. Would have been interesting to be a fly on the wall.
God. I just want to know about the tunnels, like if the tunnels are actually real.
What? I've no idea what the tunnels are.
Apparently there's like tunnels that like, I don't, is it Beverly Hills where like Diddy and Justin
Probably.
Bieber like live? Apparently there's like all underground tunnels that connect to the houses.
Oh really? Wow. Unreal. Got their own little trenches and that.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me. Things you can do when you got that much money, you don't know what to do with it. Crispy Honeybee, don't get NFTs, just take a screenshot. Yeah, I know. To be honest, I'll go into Cardano NFTs for a bit. But purely because I got in on some of them at the mint, so I got to print those for like 30 ADA, 30 or 40, and I made some decent profit off some of them. Selling for about double what I originally paid. I still hold some NFTs, but again, I don't really get the point of them. All right, let's see on gold. How about GJ? Still pushing. So once again, I'm not chasing GJ, I'm just waiting for it to reject. And as we know, we wait patiently and wait for the right cues, we're likely going to get on the end of a decent trade. So sit tight, guys. Still could be gold options. I'm not running it off. I'm glad I'm not taking this trade though, because it'd just be a slow burner. I hate getting stuck in something that's not moving and in and out of drawdown. Luke used to trade Sol NFTs, got up to about 38 Sol, then blew it all on crap NFTs. Yeah, don't get me started on Solana, mate. Twice it's happened to me where I've had it as my number one token or coin or whatever, and twice I sold it at double what I paid because I actually need the cash at the time, and twice it's flown, like absolutely gone through gone to the moon after I sold it. First time was the first all-time high, and the second time was the actual all-time high, both on both occasions, no joke. What is it now? I don't even really want to look at it, but I will. Yeah, that hurts. I had an average entry around $18 to $20, and look at it now, 178 bucks, 180 bucks basically. Probably wouldn't be on stream, to be honest. Honestly, I wouldn't be. There'd be no need to trade. I'd just be living off the crypto. But it is what it is. So I'm on stream. Is the bike okay? Yeah, the bike was fine, mate. The bike was fine. We didn't tip it because we're going so slow both occasions. Almost. The second time we almost did though. Just managed to keep it off the ground. Just a little Honda PCX 150. It's a good little it's quite a big scooter. But I mean, that's all you need for over there. I had a tiny scratch on my leg. Misses all. Gets worried about those things, but it was really nothing. Alright, let's see on gold. Ideally, we like for this to flip and close bullish doji, but I'm not really ruling out a sell either way. Wonder how expensive Hong Kong is though. I'm not sure, to be honest.
I don't think it's cheap.
I don't think it'd be cheap. Well,
I think so no, I think well, I'm not 100%, but I think lifestyle's cheap. I think like property is really expensive.
yeah. Have you seen those little coffin homes? Those little rooms? And it's literally, it just fits like a one single bed, and they've got shelving above it, and that's where you keep all your belongings in at. And some people have a fan, and it's like a communal toilet and bathroom. I think they call them coffin rooms or coffin homes over there.
It's the first thing that comes up, Justin.
Don't type in Thailand best sandwich shop, because what comes up is not that. Luckily, I was actually looking at inside the missus. I was looking for a good baguette, so I typed in Google search best sandwich shop near me, and it came up best sandwich massage near me. We both looked and we were both actually quite interested, so just to see what that was all about. So yeah. I suppose you guys could probably work it out what a sandwich massage is, especially over in Thailand. All right, gold's dropping now, so yeah, it could be tough at the open. If anyone did take a gold sell, well done.
Hey Justin, good morning.
Franco, mate, how are you? Good morning.
I'm okay. I'm feeling a little bit sick.
Oh, that's no good.
Oh, maybe some cold.
Bit of a flu.
Yeah. Let's see the next days.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing nothing too major.
Yeah. You're good?
Yeah, all good. Just getting a little bit tired, but that's I'm always tired.
Still tired. Okay.
Always tired. Been up since 5 a.m. this morning, so
Okay. Understood. Yeah.
yeah, and it's 7 p.m. at the moment here. Almost 7. What margin do we have? What margin do we have below for gold? Let's just measure this. About 20 pips. All right, for there to be an option for me on gold, I want this counter once again break below of the previous, I mean the next candle, sorry, London open candle. Pop down, then pop up, then I may consider selling it. Stop loss above the entry candle. That is purely just based on price action. If that was to be the case, I don't want it to leave a massive lower wick though, because in the end it's going to look, I mean, similar to the 15-minute candles where we kept rejecting and leaving long wicks to the downside. It slowly made the move down, but you would have been stuck in a fair bit of drawdown had you had taken it. And I mean, the way it's closing is not all that convincing. So let's just see how this candle opens. All right, when it's popped down, break the low. No, not done that. Doesn't have an up. Well, it's got a tiny upper wick on IC market. So, all right. So if it pulled back up and create a deeper upper wick, I made, as long as this just doesn't melt just now. So I wanted to start pulling back to create an upper wick, and if it does so, I may place a sell stop. Can't keep dropping though, because then there's not going to be any margin down to the lows. I mean, that's a very difficult entry. If anyone was considering a continuation sell, it would have been triggered in the first 15 to 30 seconds. Would have been difficult setting it up as well. So
Justin, quick
yeah, mate.
question to- Okay. Take a look.
Uh,
Checking.
sorry, man. It's very hard to hear. Your volume is very low.
Okay. Sorry, I mean GJ.
Yep.
You can look. Okay, now it's break the high. Okay.
Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah. For me, GJ needs to form a minor support now on this 15-minute, and then so if we start to reject and close a weak bullish candle, we could have a valid option to sell it on the following M15, because we do have a 30-minute closing back bearish. It's a weak candle closure, but if we do reject this zone yet again and close a weak bullish candle, then yes, it could be an option. As far as the impulse, the very impulsive entry based off the current candle not having a lower wick, it's not tapped into the 4-hour resistance yet. So in that, for that particular entry, it's not valid. It would need to tap into the 50% of this zone itself. So I mean, it's got a fair distance still to travel to tap into that level. But who knows? Let's keep an eye on it. If it does tap into it, I'm going to market execute a sell. I mean, tap into it shortly, like within the first 10 minutes. I'd like for it to happen. And a stop loss would be above the resistance. And it's just purely based on levels more than anything else. something I've seen happen quite regularly, where price will, when it approaches a 4-hour resistance without a lower wick, especially around session open, generally it pulls up towards 50% and then rejects. Sometimes it'll reject that resistance itself at the start, which is obviously this point here, but right now it's rejecting. So fair bit of volume right now as well. Is there anything breaking? Doesn't look like it. Oh, gold almost broke its own high again. Yeah, so this rate, it could be GJ, guys. Wait on this 15 minutes close. Sean, all good, mate. All good. So the 30 on on GJ has no lower wick, or the London Open candle has no lower wick. So once again, if this closes weak bullish, now I would say weak bullish would be below the open of the previous candle. So below the high of the body of the previous candle. We can use the fib. So preferably below 23.6, the current candle. Issue could be stop loss though. Stop would have to be above the entry. That's not too bad. You'd be looking about, once you count for spread, 20, 22, 22 and a half pips. Casey, good day to you. Welcome. Scoping some potential GJ sells, and gold's just been an awkward trickle down, so I've not really had a catalyst to sell it down. So keen on buying it from support. And once again, guys, it can be boring, and we're going to look at it sometimes and you're going to think we missed the move, but not really. It's not a move if it doesn't tick the box in accordance to your plan. So for me, one candle isn't a catalyst unless I've got within it something, which I don't in this case on that particular bearish candle. 15 doesn't look great either way. So therefore I just need to wait for something to set up, and I know when I do so, there's, you know, as you guys can see, more than 80% chance it's going to be a winning trade. I mean, stream record is 82.61. It's been going really well. YouTube guys, feel free to ask questions and send in charts, or if you want me to look at a particular pair, don't be shy. RS, thoughts on EU? Mr. Phil, good morning to you, mate. All good, mate. All good. Hope you're well. Thoughts on EU? Well, looking at before, what I was saying is I'd like to sell it. 30-minute is bearish. Now you got the previous weekly a strong bearish candle. Current candle is pulling back to around, but it looks at the 50% of that candle itself. So it's right at it just now, hovering literally at the 50%. So looking at it now on the daily, structure is bearish on the daily. Previous daily did close back a bullish candle. Current candle is so far an inside bar candle, not a great deal of volume. The 4 hours is consolidating, but structurally you could argue it's bullish. But it's just in a heavy area consolidation below the current 4-hour candle's low, which is the daily candle's low. I feel there's good opportunities to sell. It's in line with the 30-minute structure. Structure will flip back bullish above this resistance on the M30. So if it does reject the current level, which lines up to the 50% of that previous weekly candle, then I'd be looking for potential sell options, take it back down. Further sells below the support formed just above the current daily candle's low, clean traffic to the left. And as far as the buys, it's a difficult one because you're buying it into the resistance. So in my opinion, the buys will be best suited above 180, 108, 280. With 258. Wow, GJ still moving to the upside. Now, as this candle is developing, we're moving further into it. We're coming close to the 15-minute closure. The impulse entry on price tapping into a particular level in that zone is a little bit more tricky because this candle could easily close back strong bullish, which then could be followed by the next candle creating a lower wick. It could tag you into a trade and then just continue to see upside and close back above the resistance without needing to create a lower wick on the current 30 or hourly. So would be a tricky one. Gold has been a very slow trickle back down.
And GU and also EU is also pushing up.
Wow. I'm assuming all the majors.
And all with the same behavior, so no lower wick.
Yeah, G's got a small one just on the 30. EU, yeah, also a tiny one. Just depends on the broker. Some brokers won't have it though. Wow, this is really, there's a lot of volume to the upside. Let's see how price reacts to this zone now. Joe, could GJSL still be on if it pushes up a halfway point? Like I mentioned before, I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that 15 is very close to closing. So I would want it to tag in very soon if it is to be the case, because the issue is that this candle closes strong bullish. And so let's just say it tags in right near the end closure of the candle on the following candle. If it closes like so, then you got a really strong bullish candle closure on the current M15. New candle could create a lower wick, tag you in and just rip through and close above the resistance. That is my concern. So in this situation, I want it to occur earlier into the candle. Again, that's just through my testing and my data on this type of trade. It's not quite tapped into the resistance, it's got very close to it. but not just yet. But yeah, based off the fact that 15 is about to close a strong bullish candle, I would not really be trusting that. And even gold, look at that. It looks a lot easier than what it's been. RS looks like JPY weakness across all yen pairs. Yeah, the EJ as well. I'm assuming the other yen pairs as well. Tony Gold, good to see you. London has been having nice volume lately. Grand Rising, and to you too, my friend. Yeah, it has been. I mean, this is the 4th stream back. So far we are 4th, 5th, no, this is the 5th stream back. So far we're 3-0. And we'll see. It's been good. London session. We'll see what happens in the next candle or so. But again, just keep doing the same shit. Don't force anything. Just wait for it to present. So 15 is closed and it's closed a strong bullish candle. Not quite tapped into the highs of the 4-hour resistance. We're definitely tapping into a level of liquidity to the left hand side. So at this stage, the point of entry for a sell is still below the support here created on the previous M15 candle. But we may get options to sell from higher up. It does reject, and we have maybe a minor support form within this zone, then or just below it, then could be options to sell from higher up within the 4-hour zone. Leave that. Gold eventually making its way back down. It's all over the shop though.
Now GU is rejecting a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's only coming down to create a lower wick or a bigger wick on the lower side and then pushed up again.
Yeah, potentially. It's awkward to the upside. And it's awkward to the downside as well. It's a very choppy area. Yeah, the preference of...
Is my audio better now, Justin?
Sorry, mate?
Is my audio better now?
Yes, yeah, it's much better.
Yeah.
Much better. So the preference in this situation is for a nice clean move up, rejection. And then the option to sell. But at this rate, it's rejecting just now, so it doesn't look like it might happen just now.
Yeah, I'm looking on the resistance a little bit on the left side, not on the, yeah.
Just here?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's a good option. I mean, you could even just drag that down. EJ looks quite clean. It Anyone interested in EJ? Rejecting the resistance here to the left. It's also once again similar to GJ. It's formed support on the 15 anyway, just below the resistance. So if it begun to reject and close below this point here, then there's going to be options, in my opinion, to sell it. Alright, so the aqua color is the 15-minute zones. So this rate, there's potential for a sell below that point. Beats, if you like the stream, smash the like button, that'd be much appreciated. 23 likes so far, 40 on stream, so if you could, guys, be much appreciated. And anyone new to the stream, make sure to subscribe. Also, feel free to ask me to analyze any pair. I will do it. You don't need to send in a chart. It'd be great if you do though, but if you don't want to, all good. I'm more than happy to analyze a pair for you. If you've been in trades today and you've had a nice winning trade, let me know. If you struggled, let me know. Let me know why. I can give you my thoughts on that. Black Life Gold. Yeah, it's at the support, so this is good. It's down to where I want to get involved in a trade just now, so now I need to await a catalyst. So once again, 30 looks to be closing a strong bearish candle. So I need to wait now for first of all some support to form. We'll wait and see. I mean, it took its time to make the move, but eventually it has. I mean, this looks a hell of a lot cleaner than what it actually was when you're looking at the 30. Inside bar where it's on gold. M30 inside bar. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm following, to be honest, mate. Could we get the sells below? Potentially. Now, oh, they had much exhaustion, but the limit order could be valid. If that's in order for that to be valid, it needs to close about 8 pips below low, and at that point, could have a valid limit order sell on gold. Wow, look at that moving. So that's my next option. The discounts close about 8 pips below the lowest point of this support, and then I can look for a limit order. Continuation sells potentially. Once again, it would all depend on how the new candle opens up. And GJ still could be an option as well. Joe, it is, but it's moving volume. That's the thing, and it is still at a high time volume. So whilst it's moving with the volume, it's rejecting that high time frame resistance. So long as I have that catalyst of closing about 8 pips below, then I would consider the limit order. So we'll soon see in 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes. And just once again, quickly guys, if you've not joined the free Discord group, please be sure to do so. The link should be working, the one in the chat below, in the description below, sorry. And as I've mentioned on previous streams and in the community chat, I will give away a VIP membership to whoever the most active person is over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Just want to get that chat moving a bit, share some ideas, some analysis, some charts, and whoever does most of that will get a free VIP membership. So get involved. See if I can share it. There you go, there's the link to the Discord. Full sends. No, on TikTok, the account got banned because I didn't realize in Thailand you're not allowed to stream Forex trading live on TikTok. I used the VPN at the end. I got away for like an hour and a half, and then it must have picked it up somehow and got the final ban. So I started a new TikTok channel. But I need to get the numbers up before I can live stream on there. It's a pity because that was going really well on TikTok. You get a lot more viewers on there than what you do on YouTube. So let me share my profile. Give that a follow. All right, gold, 3 minutes remaining. We would have possible limit orders. Wow, GJ is taking off. Yeah, its focus is definitely gold. If we look at GCAN, it's not. All right, so gold, a potential limit order entry would at this stage, below of the bullish candle, lowest point of support of this support. So on IC markets, That level happens to be 27.48.69. The stop would have to be above the 15-minute, which is about 28, 29 pips. So just over, we've got a minute and a half remaining on this candle. We'll see. It could be potential limit orders on the next M30, guys. Remember, it has to close about 8 pips below minimum. The 72, so it needs to close about 92. 27.47.92. Needs to close below that point. Rejecting just now, so it could still close above support. And if this is to be the case and we leave a long wick to the downside, all I'm going to be looking for is 15-minute engulfing, and I'm going to trust a buy based off that. Had a similar entry last, was it Friday? Which worked really well on gold. So that's something I could be looking at. What happened was the next M15 closed somewhat like so, with another long wick to the downside, and we took the entry on the following M15. So potentially that could be an option. Yeah, so that's the next option, guys. There's obviously no sells. Full sends. So what entry are we looking for gold? Now it has to be the buy, potential buy, but I need to wait for this 15-minute count to close to have the right confirmation. Because you still got a pretty strong closure on the M30, albeit back above the support, but if we create a decent wick to the downside to close pretty much engulfing or very close to it, that would tick the box in order for me to look for a buy on the next 15-minute candle. GJ has broken. No upper wick. Wow, that's just shot straight up in the first 50 seconds. And it's popped up about 12 pips by the looks of it. It's a bit of a move. So it's all about gold, guys. Let's see how this candle closes on a 15-minute time frame. GJ continues to rip.
Has GJ been good, Justin?
Pretty good to be honest. Yeah, I've probably traded maybe even better than gold of late, or just as good. Again, for me, it just requires a lot of patience, because it does make these big moves, and sometimes we'll be involved in it, but other times, like now, I just don't have the right trigger to enter a trade. So unfortunate to the upside, it's just a bit of a mess. And it seemed obviously it's had no respect for any of the past levels. It just burst straight through it, but otherwise it's been okay.
I probably haven't traded GK in probably a year.
You're gonna look to trade it?
No, I probably haven't traded it in about a year, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't touched it.
Fair enough.
I got off with the BOJ, like, and it just absolutely just whips down and comes back up.
Yeah.
Like, drops 500 pips in a second and closes back up. It's like,
Yeah, it did, didn't it? On that, was it August? I think it was, or July?
I think he's done it a few times, to be honest.
Yeah, it has. When they intervene, they really intervene. it's to strengthen a currency. No shit, that really does. It melted. What was it, like 500 pips in a day or something?
I think so. It was literally like over maybe 5 minutes. It just drops and then just comes straight back up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a worry when it does things like that. Obviously, it's you can't predict when it'll happen. And I remember reading an article when the Bank of Japan came out and said they'll intervene. Doesn't matter what time of day or night. It could be any time. So yeah, yeah. It's still for me. It's it's just about following the plan, and it ticks the box. I mean, gold right now, it's being a bit of a pest. It's moving without the right confirmations for me, but yeah, it's just all about the patience. So all right, if this 15 takes off, then it's about the 30 closure. But at this rate, it's just ping-pong between support and resistance. Wow. I'm making it easy, that's for sure. And to be honest with me, GJ needs to reject. I'm not chasing the buys just now. Doesn't mean I can't make the move, but I mean, there's no point trying to get into a buy after it's already pushed from these lows. 107 pips so far. I need to wait for a pullback to buy it, and prior to that, if I can get in a sell, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, it looks like gold may make the move without us. Excuse me. all about patience, guys. This game, it's what it's about. If you have the patience to just to wait, and you know you're gonna get a more high probability setup. So it's the toughest part. Yes, you're gonna miss some moves in between. Yes, you're gonna see the price move without you sometimes, but it's as soon as you can accept that and realize it's the reality of trading, and you can, you know, you're gonna start to control your emotions. You're gonna start to trade the plan, execute upon the plan. Not you know what's going on in your head. You're over one shoulder telling you what to do, trying to control your way you go about things, with, you know, forcing you into inherent entries. And look at that now, just rejecting. So it's a little bit tricky on gold. Wow, JJ is just absolutely pumping. EJ very similar. Ooh, EJ, look, that's pretty nice as an entry. Being on trades EJ, probably could have been all over that. But that's closed above the resistance, closed above the highest point of any bearish candle in the 15-minute as well as the 30. It's tapped back in. It's rejected. It's broken. That I would take that every single day of the week. You've had a pause just prior to that bullish catalyst candle. I would definitely take that. That was JJ or gold, 100%. And you'd be safely in profits right now. You'd be floating nicely in profit. Absolutely textbook. Yeah, look at that go. It took a buy and took some profit. Black Life, nice one. On gold or? Sorry guys, just prior to coming back, I lost my voice a little bit, so still struggling a little bit. Still focus on gold. A really nasty 4-hour candle. Tapped into this previous resistance to the left and to remain above it. Just looking at the 15, so it closed up near its high. It's a very strong bullish engulfing candle. If it closes with a long rejection wick, it's not the best candle. At the moment, it's just engulfing. Issue is going to be based off the 15. It's still quite a wide stop loss. So you're looking at 30 once you count for spread, about 36, 37 pips. So there's that particular option. The best option right now would be to wait for a 30-minute engulfing candle, but that might be stretching a bit. Right, it's 15 minutes closed. How much of an upper wick is left? 10 pips. I think the best option if you're looking to buy is to buy it now with your stop loss bullish candle, in anticipation this candle is creating a bit of lower wick and the 30 is going to close a strong bullish candle, and that would be your best option just now, in my opinion. It's literally just to buy it, stop loss back below the low, trusting that the M15, this M15 will flip. And we should not need to pull back. If it is to continue bullish, there is no real need for it to pull back and break its own low. So I've got 7 pips on the table. I've got 8. I'm going to break even. It's just quick like that sometimes, guys. Alright, I'm going to close half at 10. I'm just going to let the rest go. Oops. Sometimes it's really hard because you gotta be on the trigger. I got an entry at 2751.81 was my entry, my exact entry.
What was that, Justin?
What's up? You take the same thing?
5 minutes before.
Oh, really? You've literally got, you got 0.9 of a pip lower of an entry. Nice one. Nice one. Well, both profitable in the end, so good work. Yeah, so it's a bit of intuition there, guys, to be honest, more than anything. Because if I was to wait for the 30-minute closure, then we've bounced fairly significantly off that support. If I'm going to trust that this support's going to hold, then for me it makes sense to get involved a little bit earlier. We've got a strong enough catalyst in engulfing candle, but for me to get involved as it broke the high, you've got to wait about 10 pips. So I'd rather get in a bit early. And if it was to create low wick, I trust that this candle was a strong enough confirmation that seeing it was a bullish engulfing, albeit in 15-minute, and likely we're just creating a bit of a low wick before we were to flip back bullish and perhaps break the high of that candle, or is it the 30 a strong bullish candle, and continue to the upside. So currently got 8 pips running. So I don't suspect that many of you would have taken it. Nice entry, man. So it was off the... What was your confirmation of 5? Was there anything in particular, or...?
It was just a 15, like, sort of broke all of the previous lows and then sort of engulfed the previous one bullish, and I was like, right, okay, we're sort of respecting that level, sort of a lot of the lows, close strong bullish. I'm sort of, well, nearly close strong bullish. I think sort of broke the previous 15 highs, so I was like, right, this is a bit of me.
Nice one.
So
I like it.
I haven't closed anything yet. I'm not even break even. I'm going to sort of try and close up 50% if we get to the highs. I'm going to see if I can hold this for the rest of the remaining 50% for the rest of the day.
Yeah, fair enough. As long as you're accepting of your risk.
Of course.
That's the main thing.
It's only a small position for me, this one. If I just want to test out these like different style entries.
Yeah.
I did the same, just exit's a little different.
Yeah, fair enough. I think a bit of it comes down to intuition. You still got some sort of catalyst, so it's not just you think it's bullish, so you're just going to buy it. You're still using some sort of confirmation prior to it. But as opposed to getting in above the high now, where you just be triggered in. I mean, for me, it made sense just to gain that tad bit earlier. So nice. It's 14 pips up at the moment, so that's looking good. Full sends, you're in. Bit late of an entry. Hopefully you're well in profits at the moment. So I'm actually targeting the... At the moment, I've got the TP set at 27.57. Actually 27.57.06. I'm just gonna take that, adjust it to the round number. Actually, I'm going to close another half here at 18. And the rest I'm just going to let go. You're barely in profit. Excuse me. Anyone else take it? You have to be really quick. Oh, I did mention the 15-minute engulfing would have been a catalyst, so if you're following along with that, then maybe you may have taken entry. This thing's pumping. Too slow, mate. Luke, all good, mate. So it's sometimes it happens. Not when I'm lining up a trade. There's going to be times where you need to be really quick on the pulse. So
me too. I was not quick enough. Maybe it's not my day today.
all good, mate. If you're not feeling 100%, just maybe lacking a focus. So just I wouldn't even bother with the charts, to be honest.
I would step out. So see you then tomorrow.
No worries, my friend. You hopefully feel better.
Hopefully, I don't know. Right now, I'm not. To be honest.
Just take it easy, mate, and hopefully we'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Cheers, my friend.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Joe, too slow. I didn't understand the entry because it was intuition based. Yeah, it's intuition based, but you still had some sort of catalyst. What you did have was that, like I mentioned before, this is similar to an entry we took, I think it was last Friday on gold, where we had the previous M15 closing back a bearish candle, but leaving a long wick to the downside into the range below. The only difference is with this one and the one from last week was this one had a longer lower wick on the candle that closed bullish engulfing. But based off that, we had more than 10 pips to cover the high of that previous candle, and that's where I'd normally take entries. But I was trusting the fact that this closed bullish engulfing, that being a strong enough catalyst, considering we've rejected this range below already, that if we were to create a low wick, I'm going to take a small, well, I'm going to take an entry in anticipation that likely going to flip, and if it has the volume momentum, continuing like the candle probabilities in the previous candle, break the high and end up closing the 30, a strong bullish candle bouncing off what is obviously a strong level of support. So again, bit of intuition, but it's not reckless in my opinion. Still had a 15-minute catalyst, so yeah, feel it's pretty good entry.
Risk off that, let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's it. You're not, so you're just gonna hold, are you? Not gonna secure anything?
Yeah, like I'm gonna, if we take the highs, I've got TP1 50%, and then I'll just
let the rest run.
Yeah, like the rest is just gonna be, let's see what happens.
Nice one. All-time highs, mate. Who knows?
Mate, yeah, let's go.
That's it.
Let's see what happens with Bitcoin and gold today. And
yeah, well, mate, Bitcoin is absolutely flying in. So, yeah, I mean, I've listened to a fair few podcasts and that, and some of what they're thinking about as far as potential in gold. Oof. Some are talking for 10, 20k gold, but not obviously right now, but they're talking about in a, you know, maybe 10 years time or something. So, which would be good for me, because wherever gold goes, the little brother silver follows eventually. With a lot more volume, a lot of volatility. It's a lot more volatile because there's not as much volume. It's not as liquid. But yeah, look, silver's at all-time highs against Australian dollar, basically, anyway. But I still think it's undervalued personally, so I'm not afraid to continue stacking.
Never traded silver, to be honest.
Traded once and it was a win, and that was on stream.
Call it a day now.
That's it, 100% win rate, strike rate, so good, call it that. Best way, mate. Go out and high. Alrighty guys, so I think I'm going to conclude now and wrap things up. So what I've been looking at gold is, well, now once again it's just bouncing off support, rejecting resistance. So in my opinion, the best thing to do now is just wait to see how price reacts to resistance. You could pretty much just draw it in level at the most recent level of form resistance at, which is around that 27.55, 80 to 56 roughly, if price to reject that level. So really anywhere between 25.68 and 20 and the highs, basically I'd be looking for rejection and looking for your catalyst and price action for potential sell options. And once again, if it did pop back down in support and respect it yet again, there'd be nothing wrong with buying it yet again from the lows, and sells below if it does begin to close below. But wait, be patient, wait for a closure below, because look what happened on the previous candle when we did break. It pulled all the way to close back up in back above. GJ, it just needs to exhaust a bit. I'm not chasing this buy at the moment. It's a little bit late if you're not in it, in my opinion. It's approaching another resistance just now. So what you're best to do, in my opinion, is just wait and see how it reacts to it. If it does reject, I'd be looking to see how price reacts to the most recent level, 199 flat. And if it does form a support above it, there could be buy options. If it forms a support only to reject and pop below that 198.90 roughly, then it could be options to sell it back down. The bias is still technically neutral. The 30-minute is bullish though, and as is the weekly, so just be careful with it. That's what I'd be looking at, GJ. The buys above, it needs some sort of exhaustion. So maybe 4-hour closure, the new candle opens up, creates a slow wick, bounces off this support, and it starts to pop above, then maybe, but just be careful with it. So yeah, so that's about it on both gold and GJ. If you have not done so, make sure to hit the like button. Hopefully some of you got involved in that cheeky little gold buy just then. I think that's about it, members. I shall see those of you who are available for free MY into MY, so it's about 11 AM UK time. Joe, no worries. Tommy in the gang. Hopefully I'll catch you guys later.
See you soon.
Cheers, mate. And you guys have a good one. To everyone else, make sure if you'd like to know more anything about the the VIP or any of the services, make sure to check out all the links in the description below, and make sure to join the free Discord group, guys. Get active in there. We'll give away a free VIP membership to the most active person over the next few weeks, so get involved. Make sure to follow me on IG and TikTok as well. Take care, guys. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, cheers, guys. Take care. Bye.